Polaris revived the Indian Scout model name in 2011 for a line of new middleweight cruisers. This here is a 2021 Indian Scout Bobber, currently the best-selling Indian Scout model. With a low base price, the Scout Bobber may be on your shortlist if you are considering a new bike in the cruiser category. That lower price comes with a number of compromises, which we'll uncover in this walk-around comparison of the Scout Bobber and the Sportster S models. Styling is always subjective, but also always makes a statement about the rider. What kind of statement would you like to make? The base Scout model is a mid-size cruiser with lines inspired by the original pre-war Indian Scout. In creating the Scout Bobber, Indian bobbed the front and rear fenders over chubby tires, wrapped the headlamp in a nacelle, and went with a solo seat. The slammed rear suspension and long mufflers exaggerate the bike's low profile. The Indian Scout Bobber is promoted as their modern take on the iconic Bobber style. In contrast, while the Sportster S draws on a number of Harley-Davidson styling cues, the trimmed fenders and wide front tire of the early FL Bobbers, and the clipped tail and high mount exhaust inspired by a flat tracker, for example, this bike projects raw power and performance in a very modern way. Both brands claim to offer plenty of power. Let's dig into the engines. The Scout Bobber is powered by an 1133cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine with double overhead camshafts rated at 100 peak horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque. But for its displacement, this engine does not make a ton of power. The 1252cc Revolution Max 1250T engine that powers the Sportster S offers more engine performance, 121 peak horsepower and 94 foot-pounds of torque. That's 21% more horsepower and significantly 26% more torque than the Scout Bobber engine. And to make this motor a real ripper, Harley shifted the torque curve low in the RPM range for an immediate surge of power you'll feel every time you twist the throttle. The Sportster S doesn't just make more torque, it provides a broader torque curve for consistent power at both high and low revs thanks to the variable valve timing of the Revolution Max 1250T engine. That pure power advantage gets amplified by lightweight design. Ready to ride, the Sportster S weighs just 502 pounds, 53 pounds less than the 555-pound Scout Bobber. This results in the Sportster S having a 34% higher power-to-weight ratio. The thrill of acceleration is a lot more fun when you know you can stop with confidence. Both bikes have a single front disc brake. The Scout Bobber is equipped with a 2-piston caliper and a 298mm rotor. With the Sportster S, you get a premium Brembo 4-piston radial monoblock front caliper gripping a 320mm rotor, which provides more braking power. Bottom line, Indian builds the Scout Bobber with less braking power to stop a heavier bike. Of course, ABS can give you even more braking confidence. ABS is an expensive option that can be added to the Scout Bobber. It's standard equipment on the Sportster S and is part of the Harley-Davidson Cornering Riding Enhancement Suite, an entire suite of rider aids to enhance both performance and safety in all riding conditions. This level of technology isn't offered for the Scout Bobber. Suspension performance is another key to rider confidence and comfort. The Indian Scout Bobber offers a basic suspension setup with non-adjustable 41mm standard forks and a pair of rear shocks adjustable only for preload. The Sportster S offers premium suspension standard with Showa 43mm inverted cartridge forks and a Showa piggyback reservoir rear shock, both fully adjustable for preload and compression and rebound damping, so you can dial in your ideal ride and handling characteristics. Changing preload on the Bobber requires a special tool and offers no precise adjustment. The Sportster S features remote hydraulic rear preload that's easy to adjust using a knob on the left side of the bike. Both the Sportster S and Scout Bobber motorcycles feature forward foot controls, and Indian does not offer a mid-control kit for the Scout Bobber. Harley-Davidson Genuine Parts and Accessories does offer a mid-foot control kit for the Sportster S for those that prefer that position. The Sportster S simply offers you more ways to dial in ideal comfort and control. These days, we expect a new motorcycle to offer the same technology we enjoy in a new automobile. Let's compare the tech on these two bikes. The Scout Bobber offers a basic analog speedometer with an inset LCD multifunction display. That's it for Scout Bobber technology. The Bobber is not even equipped with a fuel gauge. It's also not equipped with cruise control, tire pressure monitoring system, security, or keyless ignition, all of which are standard features of the Sportster S model. The Sportster S is a full-tech ride. Full LED lighting is standard on the Sportster S. Instrumentation appears on a bright 4-inch color TFT display that also supports Bluetooth connectivity, providing access to music files, phone calls, and navigation supplied by the Harley-Davidson app. The Sportster S also has 3 ride modes that combine the optimal balance of engine mapping, throttle response, and intervention of cornering riding safety enhancements by Harley-Davidson. Your car may not even have all of this tech. This really isn't a fair fight. The Sportster S offers significantly more performance, more technology, and more comfort and adjustability than what's offered in the Indian Scout line, even given its lower price, and that price gap narrows when factoring the Scout's optional ABS and LED headlamp. The Sportster S offers greater value and a more satisfying riding experience than the Scout Bobber. Thanks for watching.